Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the Tier 9 Japanese destroyer, the Kagero. I know that recently there has been quite a bit of drama regarding the changes to the torpedoes. Anyways, I will note because somebody is going to complain about the chat that I'm talking about. The reason why I'm saying this is because of concentration of fire, or I think it's called something like the law of squares or square roots, I'm not sure. But I'll talk about that at another time. Anyways, the point is that if some ships go off to fight elsewhere, then your main group is going to be much worse off. Anyways, at the end of the video, I will have my modules, captain skills, etc. listed, but before that, I will also talk briefly about my opinion on the destroyer changes, or rather, showcase some interesting numbers. Anyways, this match is on the map Trap, and it's Domination mode, which is excellent because I'm in a stealthy destroyer, so capping is like the one thing I do want to do, and I mean, it is a major source of experience, so I'm definitely going to try to do my best at this. So I start heading towards C because that was the plan we agreed upon, which some people decided to ignore. It's okay if the two DDs go to A, but the battleship going to A is pretty bad. But regardless, it is what it is. So, because there's an enemy DD in C, I'm just going to hide behind this island and try to torpedo this Mogami. I'm using the 10-kilometer torpedoes because I think they're the best one on the Kagero. I don't have any other targets to torpedo here. They probably won't hit, but they might. So, I mean, it's okay if I take my chances. I'm gonna sit here to just let them not cap and wait until we see like the enemy DD or something. Because I do have concealment expert and all the concealment stuff, so I should have like the lowest... Yeah, there she is. I think I'll fire. The only one that could reasonably hit me where I am is the Mogami. Oh! Okay, that's a bit unexpected. I didn't expect them to have a Fletcher here, but... Wait. Is that Mogami not taking any evasive action? Yeah? Oh my god. Well, Mogami, you are so very screwed. The interesting thing with the concealment changes is that if you are not spotted when you fire your guns, you are fine. And, well, goodbye, Mogami. But I don't really want to keep sitting here because there's kinda no point. So, I'll just head off to B because it seems nobody else is capping it, and, I want my experience. Not to mention it helps the team win. Luckily, they didn't meet all that much resistance at A. Unfortunately, this means that all the enemies are elsewhere, which means we are at a firepower disadvantage here. But anyways, I'll try to hit this Izumo with my torpedoes while going to B, because this... You might not expect it. I find that battleships often don't expect torpedoes when they are transitioning from one place to another. Like, that would be the prime time to hit me as well, and, I mean, I've died several times because of it. So, I'm going to be, hopefully I'll be able to get some, hopefully we'll be able to cap this. It's unfortunate that our battleship is still at B, I mean A, so she is definitely far removed from any kind of reasonable combat. I don't really like that this Mahan is opening up on the Izumo, because I think that this firing is what made the Izumo turn, and this is why I usually don't open up with my guns on the target that I torpedo, but I mean, I still got one hit, which caused the flooding. That's a bit surprising, but rather excellent. Luckily we have A and B, so at this point it's mainly the fight about C. Teammate says, okay, it's okay, don't worry. Well, you say that, but you have to realize that we are losing the fight on this side, and at least some part of the reason is because, you know, we are lacking at least one battleship, and technically two destroyers, but destroyers aren't, you know, very important part of the firepower, usually at least. Anyways, they are mostly at sea, and we are losing the fight hard. So at this point I just want to go into the seed cap, smoke and torpedo them. Because you know, if I sit inside smoke inside the cap, they won't be able to get any cap points, and I mean, I'll be a little bit closer. It doesn't matter whether I'm really like 500 meters one way or the other way. I mean, at the end of the day, it'll be the same amount of I mean, it'll be about as dangerous regardless. Especially because they don't seem to have that many cruisers around here. Okay, I fired my torpedoes, but now I'm just gonna turn away because that Fletcher is coming towards me. And the Fletcher will definitely spot me if I mean, sorry, not spot me. Of course he's gonna spot me if I start fighting him. But behind that Fletcher, there's 3 battleships. I think the Fletcher could take me on his own. And on top of that, he has a lot of backup too. Unluckily, the Amage actually turned away, so my torpedoes go into the abyss. Okay, so we are losing the A-cap, which means that at least one of their DDs is there, so I guess it wasn't all bad that we had some ships go over there. But still, our battleship is still at A, and it's still a waste. Because he was literally 1/3 of all of our battleships. Okay, I'm just gonna smoke and shell from here. I think I'm far away enough. I can't really decap. That Fletcher was a very big surprise. The reason why I didn't want to just sit and smoke immediately when I saw the Fletcher is because, well, she's gonna torpedo me and then that's just not gonna go well. And I can't reasonably expect any backup either. Although here are some DDs, so we might be able to take this Kagero and Fletcher. Fletcher might have torpedoes though, so... But, oh, it seems but because she keeps pointing her nose at me, I don't think she does have torpedoes. But anyways, because the Fletcher, you know, got so close and there's an Amagi coming, I just want to run away. So I'm just gonna run, because I think that they might have torpedoed, and the other thing is that, well, they're gonna chase me soon, so I don't really want to fight them. Right now I'm actually regretting torpedoing that spot. I feel like I should have torpedoed the Amagi. Would have done a bit more. Or at least send one salvo towards the Amagi. I mean, in hindsight I do think that it was a mistake, because the Fletcher was pointing her nose at me and moving at least backwards. So she could... Like, it's not very difficult to dodge a torpedo that way in a DD. And I would have just, like, saved a few thousand HP and, you know, could have killed this Amagi. Oh well. Was a mistake. They happen. I'm still gonna keep going. I'm gonna use my guns because I don't fear all that much else. I don't think there's anything else that would be firing at me at this range than this Amagi is at. So I think I'm fine, because the Amagi is shooting someone else. So I almost ran aground, but luckily the maneuverability of destroyers came to help me. One of my launchers is up, so I'm gonna torpedo the Amagi and just keep running, because it seems the Amagi is going to focus me now. So
torpedoes astern.
Okay, enemy torpedoes coming. Oh, a fire. Very good. Very good. Need more of those. Enemy torpedoes coming, so I guess I'm gonna stop firing. It's unfortunate because the Amagi is going to enter B, and that means we won't be getting any points. I need to keep moving away because, again, the Amagi is coming towards me. Yes, there's a Aerroon over there. I actually saw that earlier, but didn't quite expect him to shoot me because our friendly Amagi is still over at A and he is still not killing him. If I had just fired at this Amagi, everything would have been different. Oh well. Okay, I can shoot the Amagi in a moment, because, you know, smoke is up. Hopefully I'll be able to get a fire and sink her. Oh my god, I don't even have spotting here. Why? Really, I think this Amagi, friendly one going to A, I mean, he could be useful at least now, but he still isn't. it was at least the old version, the battleship would be spotting the other battleship, but there's an island in the middle of B. This is so annoying. Well, it seems like I couldn't sink this Amagi after all, because I didn't get the fire, and heals fucking everywhere. And now there is a Tirpitz, Izumo, and a Hipper coming. At least Aerroon was taken care of. I'm just gonna torpedo this Izumo with both my spreads and then try to go peek around the island to hit the Amagi again. Maybe get a fire or something. Oh, this is horrible. Well, it seems the Amagi that I'm fighting isn't very happy about his team either, so I guess that's some consolation, but we are at a major ship's disadvantage, like a major one. And I don't really know what to do. I mean, yes, DDs excel in defending, because you know, when you move towards them, it's much harder to dodge torpedoes. I can't really do much. I can peek around and then just run away, because that Amagi is definitely going to open fire, and I'm definitely going to lose a gunfight. Come on, one more shot. Okay, I hit at least one torpedo on the Izumo. Come on, fire, 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 fire. No. Okay. So, oh my god, another heal. God damn this Amagi. Why is he so good at the game? I don't have a heal. I can't really fight in the open. My torpedoes will be up soon, so I guess I can try to torpedo that Tirpitz that will come around the island. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, in hindsight, I maybe could have just shelled from afar on the Amagi. Maybe. Anyways, I'm gonna torpedo the Tirpitz. It's rather good. Actually, I really like this fight. Like, this island makes this fight possible. Oh my god, Kagero. Okay, I torpedoed the Tirpitz. I guess it's okay that I started moving, otherwise I would have been caught off guard by this Kagero. Think I'm just gonna run away. I can't really fight her. She has way too many ships behind her. I mean, I'll try fighting her until I get to a safe distance, more or less. Like, right now, I guess I could actually smoke. Which I think I might do. But I'm gonna hit the Hipper and Tirpitz. Very good, very, very good. Bye, Hipper, and that was a good hit on the Tirpitz as well. Can I reverse into... No, I can't. Tiny moment too late on the stopping and reversing. Should have done it a bit earlier, so I would have stayed inside the cap. I guess the only thing I can do is try to decap with shells. And because the Tirpitz has used his damage control party, I think... yeah, he's dead. Okay, Oh my god, that Amagi is still alive. Let's make sure that he's dead. Look, if... You know, in this game what I would have wanted is somebody to kill fucking secure that Amagi, because... he's being a major nuisance. Okay, torpedoes. They should not be hitting me. Just in case, let's reverse a little bit. Okay, they aren't hitting me. I don't know what to do. The bad thing is they control 2 of the 3 cap points. They are going to definitely get 1 battleship kill in a moment. And I mean, we're equal in points, so every second that the game goes on, we are slowly falling into a disadvantage. And I have like over a minute left to go on the smoke. I mean, the cooldown. Current smoke is gonna be up for a bit more, but it's gonna disappear soon, and I might not be able to get away if I wait for that one. So that's why I decide to start moving. That way I'll be able to know where the enemies are, because again, no spotting, and they are actually in the 60 points lead. So I'll try torpedoing this Izumo, sorry. I know that they still have an Amagi, which is low HP but still alive, so I don't know what to do about that one. Hopefully this plane doesn't spot them. What I need to do is get back into the cap zone to make sure that they don't get the points advantage. Oh my god, never mind, these torpedoes are going to miss. Why I need to get into the cap zone is because, again, we are at the ship's disadvantage and we are losing in points. So even if I stay out here, and do whatever, we are going to lose the game. I might get a bit more experience, but that's just not good enough. Like, you get like, well, every 5 seconds you get some cap points, which seems to be 8 points every 5 seconds for them because they have 2 of them. So I kinda need to contest this. But this does put me within enemy, you know, vision, and I don't have smoke 10 more seconds. I kinda need to do it. Maybe I should have held off 10 more seconds, but then I wouldn't have gotten into the cap zone. I would have been spotted before I could have moved into the cap zone, and that's the big issue. Like, really. I mean, I'll explain what it was. You know, I was outside of the cap zone. And the issue is that by the time my smoke would have been up, I would have had to move quite a distance outside of the cap zone while being spotted by the Yamagi and the Izumo. And that's why I had to go when I did. But unluckily for me, they killed me. And I just, you know, couldn't have done much about it. Maybe it would have been better to just stay outside, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference in terms of winning or losing the game. Because, you know, I'll be spotted by Yamagi in like 30 to 40 seconds because he was sailing directly towards me. And I imagine the Izumo would have dodged the torpedoes again. But, yeah, you know, again, it's hindsight. In that moment, I just thought that if I don't go now, I won't make it at all. And that this is the only chance I have. And unluckily I died, but I think that even if I had got it, we would have lost anyway. But regardless, check this out, 500,000. Witherer, Devastating Strike, High Caliber, Confederate, and First Blood. And I got 2100 experience, on a loss. I got more experience than anybody on the winning team. On a game that's a defeat. The winning team gets a 1.5 times multiplier to experience. And yet I got still more. And we still lost. This is 227,000 damage in a Kagero. Think about that for a moment. 227,000. This is ridiculous, but it's still a loss because, you know, I just couldn't pull it off. And I don't think I would have, even if I had played that end bit a bit better. I should have definitely torpedoed that Amagi when I had the chance. So, about these Kagero torpedoes. I really like the 10-kilometer ones because they are 67 knots. And their detectability range is 1.7 kilometers. If you look at the 20-kilometer ones, then they are 62 knots. And their detectability is 2.5 kilometers. And if you look at the Senjo or Zao torpedoes, they are 76 knots, and their detectability is 1.9 kilometers. You know, you could actually calculate the amount of time you would have to react to these kinds of torpedoes, depending on their speed and detectability range. And I'm just gonna do that. I know that you can't really take these numbers in terms of seconds because the torpedoes really aren't 76 knots. They are actually much, much, much faster because, you know, it would take forever otherwise. But why it's interesting, or why these numbers still matter, is because they aren't random. These detectability ranges, they are, you know, you can tell the difference between two options by them, so you can still compare them based on these numbers that you get. So to calculate the time you can react to a torpedo, of course we can just go with a rule of thumb, because 1 knot of speed is about half of a meter per second, so I guess you could just go like, okay, calculator over here, could go like 1700 meters on a 67 knot speed, so let's divide by 33.5 and you get 50.74 seconds or so. Of course, you know, like I said, the numbers are scaled, so it's not quite accurate, but I mean, let's be civilized here and use this tool called Wolfram Alpha. You just go what is it? 1.7 kilometers divided by 67 knots. And press enter, and it knows everything for you and tells you that it's 49.3 seconds. Again, like I said, you can't look at this directly, but I calculated all of these for different types of tier 9 ships. And what I found is that, I mean, what you can then do is actually compare them to one another. Of course, you can't react to a torpedo salvo coming towards you for 50 seconds, but you can see that the Fletcher has 41 seconds, while the Kagero has 49.3 seconds. And that's like a 20% difference. A little bit less, I guess. Depends on which way you want to look at it. But anyways, this does mean that the torpedoes on the Kagero would have to be 20% faster to have the same reaction time, which, at 67 knots gets up to like 80 knots. And this is on these torpedoes. If you look at the Senjo ones, then it's 1.9 kilometer detectability range. And this actually does mean that, well, you end up kinda getting screwed over on the Kagero in the torpedo department. Although I will say, having faster torpedoes is good, because this means that the enemy has less time to randomly turn away. But in terms of reacting, you are actually getting kinda screwed. The only real advantage you have is like 10% extra damage output, I guess. So these are the modules and captain skills, etc. that I use. I obviously use premium damage control party, 40 seconds cooldown, that's why, and premium smoke because, again, reload time shorter and more charges. You could use torpedo reload booster, but I don't think it's good enough. And obviously premium engine boost. I use main battery modification 1 for less detonation, gunfire control system, because none of the other things matter, unless you want to get like AA gun range or something, but your AA is garbage, so no real need. Obviously faster torpedo reload, then steering gears, but this actually isn't good one. I should use propulsion modification because I don't have last stand captain skill. Steering gears modification for shorter rudder shift time for more maneuverability, although you can use the acceleration one as well. But I definitely should get propulsion modification and concealment system. With this I have 5.4 kilometer concealment range, something like that anyway. My captain skill is obviously 6 tenths, torpedo reload, superintendent, and AFT. Instead of superintendent, you could use torpedo acceleration, but I don't think it's a good idea anymore. AFT and then concealment expert. I used 10 kilometer torpedoes because I think they are better, and I explained it earlier. Mainly because of the detection range. I mean, check this out, 2.5 kilometers? What? Are you crazy? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.